Hey guys, this is just a kind of a bad video about trimming. First of all, let's just start off with this auto cleaning a snail. That's crazy. I just thought that was neat. Um, Pinata Fitas trimming. So far, what I've learned is this was a top. I just lodged it in here. This was another top. I clipped, lodged it into here. They're growing. And with Pinata Fitas, when it grows a big long, this one had a bunch of big long leaves on the top. I clipped the big long leaves, so you can see where it's doubled a couple of times, and it's getting more bushy. The Arcuatas, I had a big huge bush of them, but I grew them from 5 half melted stems originally, so I knocked the entire bush down from the bottom and got rid of most of the tops and just replanted a few tops in there. So right now it looks like this. It's just a few tops, and all I did was each time with the tops like this, you take, let me zoom this out, hold on, there we go. Guys, I know my videos are bad, I know they're not really good, I'm not a mega YouTuber, but I mean, it's really hard to record. It's hard to do things one-handed. So I had clipped off the tops, took the leaves off from here down, then found a spot like that. And those are the new tops that will be the new bush. Right now, it's just a few. Looks okay from the front. But remember, it was a huge bush and it went all the way over to here. That's where the big empty spot is over there. All of that was Arcuatas. So, this Pinata Fita right here, I already showed propagating Juncus repens. You can see this Juncus repens right here, this stem on top. Juncus repens, once it's growing and rooting, which takes forever, makes a stem like this. The stem grows up to about here, and it splits into a new plant. You can clip that stem and replant it like I did with this one. If you don't clip it off, here's another one with the top. Here's another one with the top, and which grows up to here and has another top. So I could clip this top off and leave that top in here. Below that is the mother plant. Then this is the top, then this is the top. Eventually this will grow another stem and make a top up here. So Juncus repens, in general, in theory, will make another stem, and then another stem, and then another stem, like a vine that goes all the way to the top. Back here, I still have the heavily trimmed one here, the Retala SP Green, where I had clipped them off around this level. Like where you clip a top like this, pull off the bottom pieces, plug it into the ground somewhere, or if you just want more density, just plug it back into the bush. It'll keep growing. The Retala rotundifolia that I had, I only kept this many stems. The rest are outside in a bucket. But this one is getting long enough that I could clip it here, here, and here, and here, and then replant those right next to it. And then when they grow bigger, it will be out to here. And then when those, each one I clip right here, if I clip it right here, and replant the top, that place I clipped right here, that's in the ground already, that one turns into 2 stems. 2 stems will come out. This one will catch up faster because the one that I clipped it will be stunted. But this one will grow faster and catch up to it. Back here, the Rotala Singapores, you can see this one here. where I had clipped it right here. It turned into 2. And those tops got replanted. All of this is from 5 stems. Well, maybe 6 to 8 stems that I got. I ordered 5 stems, got 6 to 8 of them. So I'm gonna go outside. Anyone who's watched my videos before knows that this entire back wall was one huge Rotala bush, and I yanked all of it out. And originally it was maybe 10 or 15 stems on the bottom that split into more stems. I trimmed them across. Each one of those doubled. Later on, I trimmed those tops and I kept plugging them back in. And I'm about to show outside where that bush went. So, follow me. Now we're looking at that Rotala bush that I pulled out that was pink, but in low light, Rotalas stay white. Arcuata bush that I ripped out, they're all out here too. And I had just recorded a piece about these right here, so I'll just add that to this video and I'll post it. But here's the Rotala bush. Bottom of a bush that was in the ground. Let's get some of these out. Grab them by the roots. Here's just a few of them. I know it's hard to see out here, it's kind of bright. This table's dirty, but it was turned on its side and they rebuilt the porch, so. But you can see all the bottoms where they were planted and rooted. And basically each one of these was right next to the other one, right next to the other one. It was one big bush, and every once in a while I would trim across the whole top and it grows all the new sprouts on top. But that was what the Rotala bush was made of. I just keep them in here just to keep them around in case I want them for something, or want to make a wall in a 5-gallon or something like that. You guys said that I'm getting a big tank, not 88, I keep saying 88, it's a UNS 75P, and when I do get it, I have the driftwoods for it that I will have. I'm trying to kind of waterlog them right now, so I'm just gonna add the other video that I just made to this one. Look, don't be scared to cut it. Outside here, in my extras, when I chop things off, sometimes I throw them in here. Here's one. You can see where I had cut it one time. See the little baby piece? So this was a big sprout up here and a little one here. And then where I cut this off, the one that I cut this from, doubled below that. Here's this one. So I had clipped this off. This was a top on the bush. When I clipped it off, you can see right there where I had clipped it. That piece that I clipped was growing 2 new ones on top of where I clipped it, where it was 2 new ones. And then if you clip these tops up here, if you clip off this top, pull off the bottom 2 nodes, and then replant that next to it, it'll catch up with the other ones. And then where I cut it off will be 2 new ones. So eventually you have a, like, you keep you keep whacking them off this high above the substrate. Like, say you let them all grow to about like here. Cut them across. Just get one stem, one stem, one stem. And then after that, each one of those stems, you pull off the bottom nodes of leaves. You replant those. And then eventually you have a big fat bush. After doing it so many times, you have a big huge fat bush that has like maybe 8 stems that turn into 16, that turn into 32 stems. Like, this was my Rotala bush that I ripped out. So this was the background bush that I had on the left side. So you can see where it's one stem that's doubled into 2 stems that's doubled into more stems that are doubled and more and more. So when I ripped it from the bottom side, here's another clump. Here's the bottom of the bush. This part was in the ground. These were replanted from tops too. And where I had snipped it across here, you see the piece where it was snipped, that grew into 2. This grew onto the side. That was 2. This is 2. Turns into 4. And then up here, where they were clipped across, turned into more splits. And then above there, there's more splits. Here's another one. One piece. It splits and splits and splits. The bottom looks bad, but you don't see the bottom, you see the top of the bush. Here's some more Arcuatus. Sometimes when I think I have no more of a plant left, or I got tired of a plant and I threw them all out, and I changed my mind, I'll dig through one of these leftover buckets like this and be like, oh, I still have 2 stems left in here, and then I'll start a whole wall from them. This is my junk drawer outside. It's like driftwood.